Hello everyone, I'm Catherine from the TherapyNotes Success Team. Privacy is a cornerstone of any therapeutic relationship, and it's important for patients to understand how their information will be handled. Today, we're going to cover how to customize and share the Notice of Privacy practices in your TherapyNotes account. Every TherapyNotes account includes a model Notice of Privacy Practices form, adapted from the HHS template and approved by our legal team. This form is designed to comply with federal requirements and HIPAA, but you must edit the form to comply with state laws, local laws, or other necessary practices. Before we get started, make sure that you've set up the basics of your TherapyNotes account and that you've enabled the client portal within the settings section. If you still need to complete either of these steps, you can visit the TherapyNotes Help Center for more videos and articles, or contact our support team by phone or email for one-on-one support. To access the Notice of Privacy Practices form in your TherapyNotes account, click on the Library tab, and then the Portal Forms tab. In this section, you'll see a list of all the forms that come included with every TherapyNotes account, including the Notice of Privacy Practices. To view the form's contents, click on it. From here, you can view the full text of the sample Notice of Privacy Practices form. Several parts of the form are meant to be filled in with your practice's information, which is required before you can share the form with your patients. To edit the form, click the Edit icon in the Form Preview box, then make the changes you need. Before you share the form, you will need to update several pieces of information, including the practice name and address. If you attempt to save the form without updating the information, you'll see a full list of the required information. If you would like to reset the form to its default state, you may do so by clicking Set to Default, then confirming your choice by clicking Set to Default again. Doing so will disable the form. Once you've set the form to your specifications, you may save the form by clicking Save Changes. Once the form is saved, you can enable sharing by clicking on the Edit icon in the Form Information field, selecting the Enabled option next to Portal, then clicking Save Changes. Now that the Notice of Privacy Practices is ready, we can share it with a client using a document request. From this screen, you can start a document request by clicking Share on Portal, selecting the patient, and adding instructions as needed. You can also add additional documents if you would like to. Once everything is ready, you can send the request by clicking Send Document Request. You can also send a document request from a patient's chart. The process is almost the same, but you would start the process by going to Patients, selecting the patient, going to the Patient's Portal tab, and clicking Share Documents. From here, you will need to select the documents that need to be included, which can include the Notice of Privacy Practices. Just like in the previous example, you can include instructions, and once ready, click Send Document Request. Now that the document request has been sent, we're going to jump into the patient's portal account to see how they can sign their consent form. When the patient logs into their client portal account, they will be able to see that a document needs to be reviewed. When the patient is within the document request, they can start filling out the document by clicking Notice of Privacy Practices. After they have taken the time to read it, they will need to enter their name in the Signed By field, then either draw their signature or choose to create a signature from their typed name. Finally, the patient can send the completed form back to the practice by clicking Submit Completed Document. Once a signed Notice of Privacy Practices has been marked as processed by the practice, the HIPAA field on the Patient Info tab will indicate that the patient has a signed Notice of Privacy Practices on file with a link to the signed document. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like to see more from TherapyNotes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching.